Today we're diving into something that trips up a lot of people, even the most confident, accomplished, high-functioning women I know. We're talking about self-worth, what it is, what it isn't, and why you need it. You see, confidence gets you in the room, but self-worth reminds you that you deserve to be there. Hey friends, welcome back to your emotional support podcast where we laugh, learn, and get real about building self-worth and living our best lives. So what is self-worth? We're going to really dive deep into that today and talk about what it is and what it isn't. Okay? So first we're going to talk about what it is. It's the internal sense that you are valuable simply because you exist. Okay? Not because of what you do, how you look, or who likes you, or who likes your posts, or, who is nice to you. It's just the sense that you are worthy because you are you. Okay? It's the belief that you are enough even when you're not achieving, not performing, not being perfect. So basically an example of this, I've seen this in myself. I've seen this in several of my clients, but basically you have a person who has so much going for them. Maybe they don't have everything, but let's say they own their own business, they own a house, they have a great support system, like the best friends in the world, a great family that supports them, they love their job. They have fun on the weekends. They have all of these things going for them, but they're missing one thing. Like, let's say they don't have a partner, or they really want a baby, but they don't have a baby, or they don't have the job they want, but they have all of the other things. So many of us think that we are less worthy because we're missing that one thing. We're not able to see past that, to see all of the wonderful things that we have in our world. We just are hyper focused on the one thing that we don't have. And we think that that somehow makes us less worthy. So we're going to kind of talk about what is the difference between self-worth and some of these other terms like confidence and self-esteem and self-love, because as I said in the last episode, self-worth is like the building block. It's the foundation for all of mental health. And if we don't have self-worth, then we can't feel these other things that we need to have a well-rounded life. Okay, so confidence is basically, I can do this. Okay, it's based on abilities. It's very task specific and it can come and go. So you might feel confident about one thing but not about another, or you might feel confident one day and not another. Okay, self-esteem is how much you like yourself. It's based on how you evaluate yourself. Okay, how you look, how you sound, how you relate to other people. Okay, self-love is how well you treat yourself. This includes how compassionate you are to yourself, what kind of self-care routines you do to yourself. Okay, self-worth is the core foundation. It means I have value no matter what, and when it is solid, it is unshakable. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little visual here, a little metaphor. Okay, imagine your self-worth is the foundation of a house. Okay, confidence is the paint color. Self-love is the comfy couch. Okay, self-esteem is the fact that you really like your house. You like the way that it looks. You like the way that it feels. But if the foundation is cracked, if that self-worth is cracked, then everything is off, right? You can't enjoy that comfy couch. The paint color is going to start chipping because that crack is going to grow, okay? Another way to look at it is that confidence is saying they will like me, while self-worth is saying I will be fine if they don't. Okay? I have a story. I'm going to take you back to probably, this was a while ago, but I felt like I could literally do anything. I was probably maybe like early 30s. Okay, I could do anything. I had all the confidence in the world. I retiled the backsplash in my kitchen by myself. I installed a garbage disposal by myself. I did all these home improvement projects. I had a great job that I loved. Okay, I even decided that I was gonna have a baby by myself. And we'll get into that many episodes down the road. But the idea is that I was confident that I could do anything. There was nothing you couldn't put in front of me, no task that you could put in front of me that I didn't feel like I could conquer. The difference is that I did not feel like I was worth love. Okay? I did not feel that my value in this world was worthy of someone loving me. I did not have a partner. I rarely had a second date. Okay? But this isn't a woe is me. This is just explaining to you the difference between confidence and self-worth. I had all the confidence in the world. I had zero sense of self-worth when it came to like being someone who was able to be partnered with in a meaningful relationship. So why do we need self-worth? And what happens when we don't have it? So really, basically, when we don't have a high sense of self-worth, these are the people, we all know them, we've all been them, some of us are them right now, okay, but these are the people that apologize all the time. They apologize for simply taking up space, for simply existing, okay? There was an instance where I was at work at the school that I work at, and I was using the copy machine, right? And a woman came up to me and she needed to use the copy machine after me, so she was waiting. And she said, "I'm so sorry." I turned around and I said, Why? What are you sorry for?" She had zero reason to be sorry. She was just waiting to use the copy machine after I did, which is a totally normal thing to do, right? But we've all been there, especially as women. We apologize for taking up space. We apologize for just existing sometimes. People pleasers. A lot of times, people with a low self-worth need that approval from other people. So these are the people who are always saying yes to everything. They're always, going around trying to make sure that everyone likes them and everyone's happy with them because maybe they don't feel like they're worthy. When you have a low sense of self-worth, sometimes you might feel like a fraud, even when you're doing great things, okay? It goes back to having all these things and not feeling like it's enough, or not feeling like you're good enough, even though you've accomplished all of these things. And then settling in relationships or careers. If we don't feel like we're worth it, we might date or marry somebody who really isn't all of the things that we hope or dream about in a partner. Or we might be in a career that is toxic or really doesn't make us feel good about ourselves. We're settling, okay? When your self-worth is strong, this is the great part. Rejection stings, but it doesn't define you. You can take a hit and still know that you're enough. Okay? You're able to look at failure as a stepping stone as opposed to a roadblock. Okay? When your sense of self-worth is strong, you don't care what other people think, and it's so incredibly freeing. Okay? So you're still going to be respectful to other people and still respect other people's opinions in those types of situations. You're not going to just say, "Oh, screw everyone else. I don't care what you think." Not in that way. But you're not going to care about what other people think about your choices, about the way you live your life, about things that have nothing to do with them, right? It's so amazing. It's so amazing. That's what I want everybody to be able to feel. That is why I'm here. So basically, this whole podcast is themed around building your self-worth. And so that's what we're going to be talking about all the time. But I really wanted to give you some quick tips that you can start right away to get that immediate sense of change and a sense of feeling great. Okay, so daily affirmations that focus on worth, not achievement. So when you are saying these positive affirmations to yourself, you're not saying like, oh, I accomplished this or I achieved this. You're saying things that focus on your worth. Like, I am good because I am a caring person, or I am a great friend. It's not like, oh, I got this job, or I, aced this test. Okay? It's about who you are as a person with value. Another thing you can start right away is just surrounding yourself with people who see your value. Okay, sometimes other people see our value better than we see our own value. And so really incorporating time in your life to make sure that you are around those people is really important. Challenging negative beliefs. Okay, I'm only lovable when I'm useful. Or I just saying anything negative about yourself, or believing those negative things about yourself. Okay, and this is something that we're going to talk about in episode 4, but really starting to challenge those negative thoughts that you say about yourself in your head. And then taking care of yourself like someone who matters, because you do. And we're going to talk about this in episode 5. So we've got some really great stuff coming up. But take care of yourself like someone who matters. Like, you take care of yourself like you would your best friend or your mom. Okay? Because you do matter. All right. So to wrap it all up, self-worth isn't something you earn. It's something you remember. Okay? Ask yourself, who taught me I had to earn my worth? And are they still in charge? Please, if you have any comments or ideas or anything like that, please feel free to message me or anything like that. I love getting feedback because I am doing this for you. So any way that I can make it better or anything like that, I am open and willing to take that on. So today's reminder you didn't ask for but definitely need: you are not behind. You're right on time for your life. Okay? And that's another thing we're going to talk about in a later episode, is comparison and comparing ourselves to others and how that robs us of our self-worth. But the next episode we are going to talk about is the 7 areas in our life where we can build our sense of self-worth without changing a thing except our perspective. Okay? So hold on tight. That is coming up in the next episode. I am so glad you're here.